So in yesterday's video, I mentioned that in January, I got to read the first novel written by a subscriber to the channel, and it was a book called Frozen Wrath. And when I finished it, I had this really unique experience where on Goodreads and on Amazon, all of his ratings at this point were 5-star ratings. And I finished it, and I do my ratings based on what the Goodreads scale is, which is a scale of 1 star up to 5 stars. And it goes from I didn't like it, it was okay, I liked it, I really liked it, or it was amazing. And so I finished this book, and I knew immediately what rating I wanted to give it based on that reaction and what I felt about it. But I was immediately struck by this idea of, I don't want to say that because I don't want to hurt this guy's feelings if I rate it lower. And I actually ended up having a conversation with my brother-in-law about this because he was in the same situation with a different reasoning of something, but the same kind of situation where he had told somebody that something was good without specifying that objectively it was not really that good. Subjectively, it was good because it was that guy's best effort, but in the comparison of all things, it was really not that great. The situation that my brother-in-law was in now with this was that he'd instilled a false sense of confidence where this guy thought that he was better than he really was. And it led to this conversation of, this is something I've had to deal with so many times in my work with artists and songwriting and doing all this other stuff, where someone will present something and the temptation is always to be nicer to that person or to not really say what you think about something if you don't like it. But that is the worst possible thing that you can do. One, because it sacrifices your own integrity because you're not speaking the truth. But then two, it kills any ability for them to be able to trust you in the future. Because if you read something of theirs or you listened to something of theirs and you thought it was only okay, but you told them it was amazing, then in 5 years, when they make another thing that actually is amazing, it's objectively so much better than that thing that was their first try. Then when you tell them that that is also amazing, they're like, well, but I mean, I don't get it. Like, you said the first one was amazing, but this is so much better now. I've worked so much harder, and I know this one is so much better. And so it just got me thinking about this idea of in your life, when people ask you your opinion, don't be afraid to tell your actual opinion. You have to tell your actual opinion. Whether that is something that will hurt other people's feelings in the short term or not, in the long term, the only thing that makes you trustworthy and the only thing that makes you a voice worth listening to in people's lives is if you speak the truth every time, even when it's hard. So when I reviewed this guy's book, I gave it 3 stars because I liked it, because that's what I did. I didn't think it was amazing and I didn't really like it. I liked it and it was enjoyable. And so that's what I gave it. And now I think he has the potential to write a book that I will rate 5 stars. And so now I'm excited for that to happen and for him to write another book that maybe that next book I go, oh man, like I really liked this one. And then another couple books down the line when he's grown as an author and he's improved in all of his writing ability and his storytelling ability, then when I come and I can give him that 5 star for the first time, it actually means something to him because I've rated his other stuff low before that. People know when you're not telling the truth. And even if they don't know it now, they find it out later on and then they don't trust you. They don't trust what you say because you weren't actually honest when something wasn't that great. And so, just thought I'd share that today. That was the thoughts that have been on my mind today. And as you go along in the day, if you just have situations, even whether it's reviewing books or doing anything like that, don't be afraid to speak what you actually think. Because the only way that you become a voice that people can trust and that people can look up to is if you speak the truth in the moment, even when it's hard and even when it'll hurt somebody's feelings, right? So, that was all I had for today. A couple of random thoughts, but hope you guys like it. Definitely go and check out LS's book. It's called Frozen Wrath. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.